Greed. It's a very prevalent thing in today's society. It fuels the economy, yet it also takes away from the poor, giving to the rich. Today we'll discuss some of them pros and cons. Because there's a lot of pros to it. Greed has built this society that we have today. So we'll discuss some of them. The cons, well, clearly there's cons to greed, the people who take away from it, It's just, there are a lot of cons, We'll hopefully have some of our friends drop by and help us explain some of this today. But we'll see if we can, we'll see what we can do. It is a bit of a prevalent thing in today's society, though. Oh, excuse me. So, Joe Bob, how are you today?
I'm tired.
So, we got some questions for you today. How has greed affected your life?
Well, I used to be like the top of the stock market, and once it crashed, so did I.
Really? Wow. What were your stocks in?
Just anything that I could get a hold of.
So, who ended up taking your stocks?
I lost them all when the economy crashed. I had to sell them all.
Have you been able to get anything back at all?
I'm poor. Take this into consideration.
Well, we were just wondering today, because we see greed is so prevalent. How has it affected your life in particular?
It made me poor. I live on the streets. I get beat up by gangsters.
Do you see any pros to it? Whenever you were a businessman, was there anything that you liked about greed that gave you something that you could strive for, being greedy with your stuff?
The only goal that I could see of greed when I was on top of it all was just getting more and more money. Then every now and then I'd get this little idea of maybe I should donate it to this or that. And now I wish I donated it to myself.
Looking back now, do you regret not doing that?
A little bit.
So, I understand that in your world there's a lot of cons to greed. Today, take for example, I saw you out there trying to get money. How many people actually stopped to give you money?
Like 3.
Wow, probably less than $1 each, huh?
It's like 10 cents.
Oh, well, we're doing a survey on a bunch of people today, trying to figure it out, and this really has helped us. Thank you.
Yep.
So you see, greed really does affect people. A once great businessman cut down, forced to live on the street, sell everything he owns. It's really a terrible thing. Just a way that greed affects people. You see all the cons. His day-to-day life is a struggle for money and just to get food to live. It's probably a struggle for him every day. Those 3 people that give the 10 cents, though, at least they have some of a heart to at least give some of their spare change. There's people who just walk past in disgust. And I understand today you can't really, it sucks because today there's people who just go out there just to do that just so they don't have to work. And that's what caused that's the greed right there. That's where the greed comes into this. The greed it makes the people can't trust anybody. It makes it to where they can't trust the honest guy who's standing there, who actually does not have a home, who is really starving. Not the drug addicts or the drunks, but just the people who literally can't afford to live. It's really sad today that you can't give somebody money and not know if they're going to go buy drugs with it or if they're going to buy food for their family and themselves. It's really terrible that you have to think about that nowadays. It is.
Hey man, do you remember me?
Huh?
Get up. You interviewed me like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Something about greed.
Oh, yeah, hey man, how you doing?
Somewhat good.
My job kind of took a turn for the worse. Got laid off. The company was downsizing.
Kind of seems like we traded spots in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll help you get back on your feet and everything, and then we'll be business partners or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
Thanks, bud.
I don't want to hug you though.
So anyways, guys, you see how greed can really affect people in their lives? it really turns him upside down. Like, the way that our story went is he started off being a guy that he had everything, he lost all because he kind of got greedy with his money. But then it just reverses, and the guy that flip-flopped. The guy, after he lost his money, he worked his way back up, and he was selfless. Whenever I lost my job, my character lost his job, he was selfless and helped me get back on his feet.
Your feet.
My feet, so I said, helped me get back on my feet. And so, I mean, there's a really good life lesson there. I mean, there's pros and cons of greed. As demonstrated in this, the cons are that it can kill you in your life, but the pros of it are that if you're a little bit greedy with your money, you can help other people. I understand that, sometimes you need to give, but if you're just a little bit greedy, now and then you can help yourself get it. So I think that's all for this video. What do you say, James?
I am Joe Bob.
I meant Joe Bob. Sorry,
I do not approve of makeup unless it looks cool.
Look at this. She never let the cameraman do your makeup. She sucks at it. So anyways, Joe Bob, what's your outro again? Let's see.
I don't know.
Adios, folks. We're leaving.
Oh, I know. And as always,
Out.
have an awesome day.